The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 10, and verse 3. An unwise king destroys his people. The book of Revelation, chapter 12, and verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. All praises to Yahweh, Hashem Habushah, Wahara Kakodash, the honors of the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, Shalom to the whole select of the nation of Israel. We're scattered abroad amongst the heathen. Some look like the heathen. They give it 144,000 preachers, teachers, and prophets. Shalom. The devil is come to kill, steal, and destroy. Let's get that real quick. The reason why I'm reading from my other phone is because I know for a fact if I exit out of this right here, what's on this screen, and pull up the app, this information is going to go away. And when I type it exactly how I got it typed in, different information is going to come up. I want this information right here. All right? Real quick. What's the let's get it real quick. My fault, y'all. Hold on. Sorry about that. The book of St. John, chapter 10, and verse 10, Yahweh shall speak it. The thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. My fault, I said the devil. But that devil, which is that deceiver, that's in Revelation 12, that slanderer, that false accuser, is the same thief in St. John 10 and 10, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right? This is what he do, man. These are his traits and characteristics. All right? This is in his DNA. Again, St. John chapter 10 and verse 10, the thief cometh not, but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. I am come that they, Israel, might have life, and that they, Israel, might have it more abundantly. But you see, this thief, Esau, is cometh not but for to steal, and to kill, and to destroy. So I'm looking at articles and some videos, and what pop came back to me in the spirit was like Klaus Schwab said, hey, they need a more angrier world. All right, more angrier world. And these things are all planned out and are planned out. All right. Now we're gonna hold Micah. Before we get Micah, let's get the love of many, waxing cold. Because while Esau is that thief, is killing, stealing, and destroying. Remember, a thief takes. So Esau is taking away everything that you own, your happiness, your joy, your comfort, your loved ones. And not just these detention centers, but their lives. All right? Hey, they're not aiding you when you need help. They're actually stripping everything away. Okay? Giving you false hope, lying. Right? And not just for Israel, but hey, all of America. As we read in Revelation 12 and 12. All right, let's get this. Because this is what it's going to lead to, the love of many waxing cold, man. And the word cold in the Greek goes into psycho. The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, is that not the time we in? A lawless, sinful society. Okay, a lawless, sinful society, wicked society. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Right? That's going into what? People not caring anymore. All right? That angrier world. See, Esau was stealing your joy and making everyone angry. Now we're going to hold this Micah. As a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and read it. Micah 7 and 1. This is what the angrier world looks like, and that's what it's going to turn into. All right? And then once we read this information on the screen, we're going to read a couple articles, headlines, because, hey, this is what's happening, man. It's Revelation 12 and 12, man. All right? Micah 7 and 1, this is what it's going to turn into, the angrier world. So you ain't going to be able to trust nobody. Everyone's going to be mad. The most trustworthy people that you thought were trustworthy are going to be your enemies. All right? All of that. It's not going to be a time of friendship. As a matter of fact, you get the book of Ecclesiastes, it says it's going to be a time to refrain from embracing. When you embrace somebody, you show love. Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. And it reads, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under heaven. Now you jump down to verse 5, it says a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. You see? So, hey, that's a time we are quickly heading in, man. All right? And it's all orchestrated, man. Esau is a mastermind, man. He knows exactly how to do it. All right? It says, woe, Micah 7 and 1. And it reads, woe is me, for I am as when they are gathered. Woe is me, for I am as when they have gathered the summer fruits, as the grape gleanings of the vintage. There is no cluster to eat. My soul desireth the first ripe fruit. Right, in other words, it ain't going to be no righteousness out here, man. All right? Only the hopeful elect. It says, so that means what? It's going to be nothing but wickedness out here. Hey, an angrier world. Okay, a lawless, sinful society. The good man is perished out of the earth, and there is none upright among men. They all lie in wait for blood. They hunt every man his brother with a net, that they may do evil with both hands earnestly. The prince asketh, and the judge asketh for reward, and that's going into what people of leadership, man. Leadership positions. People that's looked upon as leaders. All right? People have influence, power, somewhat. All right? They're wicked. And the great man, he uttered his mischievous desire, so they wrap it up. Meaning, hey, they form the plan and agree. All right, and put it in motion. The best of them is as a briar. The most upright is sharper than the thorn hedge. The day of thy watchman and thy visitation cometh. Now shall be their perplexity. You see, and that's the time we in, that angrier world. Trust ye not in a friend, and put ye not confidence in a guy. A guy is a leader. All right? So you ain't gonna be able to trust these leaders out here, man. So-called leaders. The only leaders you're going to be able to trust are the men of the Lord. The shepherds, the stewards, the messengers, the prophets, the teachers, the preachers, whom Yahweh Shema shall set up, primarily, the men of the great millstone and men that follow the likewise doctrine, man. All right? It says, so they're the only men you're going to be able to trust. They're going to have the light, okay, which is Yahweh Shah. It's truth. Hey, you get Ecclesiastes, the 38th chapter, it says, hey, the men of the world, hey, are not going to be salt when the time is needed. I jacked it up, but it's in Ecclesiastes, the 38th chapter, like the last 6 verses. All right? So these people in the world are not going to be salt for it, man. Y'all going to be the ones, hey, stabbing people in the back. All right? It says, trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide, keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lie from thy bosom. Yeah, your significant other, girlfriend, wife, you know. It says, for the son dishonoreth the father, the daughter riseth up against her mother, the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the men of his own house. You see? And that's the time we're in, man. And that's what it's going to lead to. All right? That's exactly what it's going to lead to. Now, our overview, angry world, by definition, refers to a state of widespread hostility, conflict, and negativity, both on a personal and societal level. It encompasses feelings of frustration, resentment, and even rage, often fueled by injustice, inequality, or perceived threats. All right? And that's what's going on, as a matter of fact. That's the book of Luke. The book of Luke 21 and 25, Yahweh shall speaking. And there should be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. You see, the word perplexity goes into being confused, lost, not being able to make a decision, okay, lacking resources. All right? Hold on real quick. Let me delete some of this information. Okay, the Wadi Halba Shemal Shadi did not go out. It says elaboration. The term angry world suggests a pervasive atmosphere of tension and conflict where disagreements escalate into hostility and individuals struggle to find common ground. This can manifest in various ways. On a personal level, individuals may experience heightened irritability, impatience, and a tendency to react negatively to perceived slights or frustrations. Societal level, conflicts between nations, political polarization, and social unrest can create a sense of unease and negativity on a larger scale. Emotional contagion. It says the negativity of an angry world can be contagious, impacting individuals' own emotional states and behaviors, leading to a cycle of negativity. Moral and ethical decay. Some interpret the phrase angry world as a reflection of a decline in empathy, compassion, and a sense of shared humanity. Right? No one's going to care about anyone. All right? So I got a couple articles, man. I'm just going to read the headline. Right? It says U.S. warns trading partners higher tariffs could roll out next month. Right? Remember, everything is leading to what? The angry world, the angrier world that Klaus Schwab said. We put that video up, what, was it yesterday? If I'm not mistaken, day before yesterday, by what the Holy Spirit. It says, I think it's actually 80, like 81 now. Trump says, I can't hear you. As Texas flood death toll rises to 78. This was 3 hours ago, but I checked it before I pressed record. It's like 80 something, like 81, I believe. And you got the woman, Kristi Noem. She said she backed Trump. Matter of fact, I got a video. Hopefully we can run through the headlines so we can play the video. All right. It says food truck brands face boycott after serving controversial alligator Alcatraz detention. Right. Because they don't, Esau don't like y'all, don't like us. But the vendors are out there, the food trucks, selling it, man, making money. So people talking about protesting, man. Talking about boycotting, I'm sorry. Talking about boycotting, man. Several food truck companies are facing fierce public backlash after being spotted serving meals at Florida's newly built migration detention center, nicknamed Alligator Alcatraz. You see? It says, it's Trump's America Now. Republicans' new definition of Christianity says starve babies for a signed hat. Yo, that's crazy. It says, Americans and non-Americans are calling out how U.S. food completely destroyed their health, and stories are alarming. And you read this, man, you know, it's nothing new, man. You know, Yahweh Shema Shah been telling that this food is defiled and this, that, and the third, and you Americans, man, you know, and the food back east, it is healthier. They have a natural ingredients and or much less ingredients. And as you know, they do over here in America, but over here in America, y'all still just want to pig out, or I be out, or hey, we all got to go out somehow. Well, I've been eating this my whole life. Now y'all complaining you're overweight, you know, health issues. But hey, y'all don't know how to put the food away. Y'all don't know how to exercise, man. Y'all don't know how to eat in moderation. But hey, you're just going to the angrier world, all right? And food affects your behavior. That's in the scriptures, man. All right? That's in the scriptures. That's Ecclesiastes. I forget the chapter. All right? Too much meat lead to choler. In other words, anger, man. All right? It says U.S. warns. I read that. It says Benjamin Netanyahu demands end to reprehensible anti-Semitic acts after Melbourne synagogue attack. So he want things in place, man. It says, check this out right here. One day ago, serial killer fears gripped Texas community after dozens of bodies pulled from lake cannot be ignored. Right. So they pulling bodies, male bodies from that lake, man. So they fear it's a serial killer on the loose. Hey, which is a spirit of vengeance. All right. Hey, you can find a lot of bodies that underneath these lakes. This, that, and the third, man. But hey, just going to show you the times that we are in, man. It says on Khamenei's orders, Iran ready strikes against Israel that even U.S. can't block. This country is an embarrassment. People can't help but be frustrated with Donald Trump's planning to host a UFC fight at the White House. Let me see. Check this out. Jesus of Siberia, the traffic cop turned cult leader who claimed to be the Son of God and would now spend 12 years in jail, right, for impersonating the Lord. Get out of here. His name ain't Jesus. Yahweh Shah. He most definitely don't look like that. Let me see. FBI says it's uncovered largest medical fraud in U.S. history. Check this out. Five minors attacked family eating at Burger King, beat pregnant mom, New Mexico cop says. So come on, man. Come on. Let me see. Check this out right here. Iranian Ayatollah says Trump and Netanyahu should be knocked off according to Islamic law. They have spilled blood. Hey, that's according to the scriptures too. That numbers is it 23. Let me see. Yeah, we hit these other day. But yeah, let me pause it because this one I want to get real quick. Here it is. It says state lawmaker says alligator Alcatraz will not be evacuated.
Well, this morning.
Will not be evacuated for Category 1 2 hurricane. Now remember, hey, we put up on the video the other day by what the Holy Spirit did. They said, hey, these tents can withstand a 1 and 2 category hurricane. But if it's too severe, they got plans to relocate these detainees. Which, hey, how about Shemar? Let me tell you, hey, they're not gonna relocate you, man. They can leave your ass there to die. All right. Now, if anybody gonna relocate and move out, it's gonna be the officers, the workers. Okay, they're gonna be the ones leaving. You gonna stay there. All right, to face the weather, to face the elements, to face the alligators. All right. Now it says state lawmaker says alligator Alcatraz will not be evacuated for Category 1 or 2 hurricane. So you see, hey, they were lying. Trump and all them guys that was up there, and that's were lying. All right. And who was at these detention centers, man? Israelites. We keep telling y'all, man. But hey, we don't care if you don't get it, man. We only care about the elect who do get it. All right. But hey, Esau eating the so-called white man. These devils are your enemy. Hey, we read it in St. John 10:10. The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. All right. All of this is a part of the plan, the angrier world, man. The Revelation 12:12.
Alligator Alcatraz is bringing more controversy. A state lawmaker said the migrant detention facility in the middle of the Everglades would not be evacuated in the event of a Category 1 or 2 hurricane. CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner, she joins us live now from the Tamiami Trail with even more controversy.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Democratic lawmakers attempted to get into the facility and they were denied. They were told it's because of safety concerns. Take a look at this. The state Democratic lawmakers attempted to go into the Alligator Alcatraz, which is an immigration facility, on Thursday, demanding to get in. They are concerned about the conditions for the migrants and wanted to see it for themselves. Our chopper fort captured more tents being set up Thursday afternoon as the lawmakers tried to get in.
I just recently got beat as we came walking out here and my lips are swelling. I know that that money is not going to ensure that these people have mosquito spray or that they're covered and that they're well taken care of. And I'm concerned about that.
When we talk about it being inhumane, that there are questions that need to be answered. There are questions that, we want on the record who's responsible for this. We want on the record, are the toilets working? We want on the record how people are sleeping.
And while Florida Democrats are sounding the alarm, Republicans are moving forward with the plan. Florida Republican Senator Joe Gruters from Tampa spoke with CBS News Miami for Facing South Florida and was asked about whether concerns like hurricane season.
These tents can withstand a strong Category 2 hurricane, so they can deal with winds up to 120 miles an hour. They're already prepared, and this is where Florida really excels. You know, you have Kevin Guthrie, the Department of Florida Emergency Management. You know, he helped this process by bringing all these materials. This was almost like a setup job for one of these hurricanes that we do.
So is there a plan in place for a hurricane above a Category 2? Gruder says he's not sure what the plan is, but he says he's sure that no one will get hurt. You can watch his full interview coming up this Sunday on Facing South Florida. For now, live in Southwest Miami-Dade, Morgan Reiner, CBS News, Miami.
You see? They wasn't lying. No one's going to get hurt. That's on the staff. That's on the staff. And you see how they had those tents set out? Now, how they get all them tents set up with working water that quick? Come on, y'all. That water ain't working, man. That water is not working, man. All right? That water ain't, it can't be. I don't believe it. Then when you watch the videos, like me personally, I didn't see any showers. Okay? No walls for the toilets, man. You exposed for everybody to see you, man. Hey, inhumane conditions, like the woman said, a mosquito bit her on the lip and it started to swell. So she know they're not giving them mosquito spray. No type of aid and offer, none of that, man. Alright? And all of this stuff is leading up to an angrier world, man. Alright? Hey, it's a lot going on here in America. Hey, it's going down over there in Mexico. And when you see what's going on in Mexico, it should click to you that, hey, the same thing going on over here. It's all a part of the plan. Alright? An angrier world. Primarily here in America. Hey, who is Esau attacking? Excuse me. The 12 tribes of Israel. Mexico, that's Issachar. Alright? They doing the same things over there, busting out windows. Putting graffiti on the stores. And their leader is, I believe she's a Jewish woman. Alright? Set up a puppet, man. The president over in Mexico is a Jewish woman, if I'm not mistaken. Alright? Come on, man. Let that marinate. She's a small hat. Are you who? But anyway, all this is part of the plan. And what we read in Micah 7, that's what it's going to lead to, man. Alright? A more angrier world where there's no trust, no comfort, no friends, nothing but chaos and death, man. Alright? So I just wanted to hit this real quick through the spirit of prayer. How about Shema? This is the time we in Shalom.